Okay, so for those of you who don't follow me on my Twitch channel, also welcome in Mashed Potatoes and Showered. Good to see you. I wanted to start this trend for a little bit on, or as a tradition on my streams on my Twitch channel for a while now, and I have no better day to start than today with by covering some gaming news at the start before I go into the videos and everything. And today, PlayStation announced physical disc production ending in 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. I'm so infuriated. I just need a second here to go off. But first, in response to shifting trends in consumer preference, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This is from Sid Schumann, Senior Director, Sony Interactive Entertainment Content Communications. Sorry if I mispronounced that. You're the one that's in charge of communications. I don't think you're the one actually making these decisions, so no hate toward this person. But I am a big physical media person. I like heck, good example. This game you can't even get on Switch on the eShop anymore. They took that shit down. So if you want to buy it, you have to get it physically. I always I'm a big physical media advocate. Put it put it bluntly. No PlayStation physical discs. No PlayStation for me. If I'm gonna go digital, if I have to go digital, I would do it on my PC or on like retro handhelds and things like that. I'm going to stick with other systems that do continue physical media if there are any. If not, I'm sticking with PC because there I can at least get a lot more benefits out of digital and likely get games cheaper that way too through sales. I am not continuing with console if I can't actually get a physical copy. That's the reason I've been a console gamer for so long. I've got tons and tons of physical games. I've got over 100 games physically on my Switch, over 100 games physically on my PS2. I've got at least 20 games on almost every system you can think of. I don't like to peel this back so often because this is our attic as well. But you can see just actually you can't because the sweater's blocking it. You can see the leaves in the way. Leaves still in the way. That tall shelf back there, that's just got my NES, N64, and Super Nintendo games, and not even all of them. I've got more in here that I don't have cases for yet. That I've got to find stuff for. And duplicates. Physical media is important to me. I'm a big physical media guy. It's also got Sega Genesis, GameCube. I've got some of them here with me that I brought to show off. The shelf right here that you can't really see that I pointed to for a Wii thing on the other day on stream has got Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS, Wii, Wii U, all on the one shelf. What is my favorite game of all time? It is Persona 5. That is my favorite game of all time. I'm glad that I own physically on 3 systems. Well, sort of. I got 2 PS4 releases and I got the Switch release. I want to get the PS5 disc at some point. Um, but got custom cases for my retro physical media for a lot of them for all kinds of systems. And these do have the games in them. I I love having the physical media, and this is why. I eventually there will come a day when you're not allowed to re-download these games anymore. PlayStation just recently, let me pull this up. Can't type. PlayStation is removing over 500 user libraries or movies from people's libraries from people who already bought them. You've already paid for them, and you can't have them anymore, including Terminator 2 Judgment Day, one of my favorite movies of all time. Thankfully, I did not buy it on there. I own it physically. But it's only a matter of time before stuff like this starts happening with games as well, especially retro systems. Got games for every system out there. I've got Atari games. I've got a game for the Virtual Boy here somewhere. Is it in here? I don't know where I put it. I don't know. I'll find it somewhere. I've got Mario's Tennis on the Virtual Boy. I don't even have a Virtual Boy yet. But I got it because I wanted to have some old systems and games for them. And eventually I can find them because I found it for a good deal. The stack I'm setting up over here is going to start falling over. Got NBA Jam on the Game Gear. I don't really know who got that. I collect things for every system out there. I love collecting physical media. I love having a library of my own that can't be taken away from me. I love it. Needless to say, probably should be stacking up. That stack didn't fall over when I did that. Needless to say, I'm very upset. But let's keep reading here. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2020. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. They say this as if, like, it was harder for people to buy games digitally before. It's not making it any easier. You're just taking the remaining 20% of your user base that still buys games physically and removing that option for them. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or a PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. They say that they act as if where we're buying the games is the main reason as to why we'd be upset about this. I mean, yeah, we'd like to have more than one storefront to be able to buy them from. But the big thing is actually owning the media, actually having it with you. Sure, like half the games out there anymore don't have the game on the disc or on the cartridge. But I bought the ones that did. I only bought ones that actually had games on the disc. If I was going to go digital, I would have bought it on my PC. Because I can at least mod it. And there are storefronts you can get things from to have it DRM free. But also, for important updates on the PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita announced today, please click here. They also announced that PS3 and PS Vita stores were being shut down. Changes start this year in select markets, followed by global changes in 2027. Also from Sichuan. After nearly 2 decades of supporting PS3 console generation, we want to let you know we will be closing the PlayStation Store on PS3 as well as PS Vita. PlayStation Store on PS3 will close in select markets starting this year, followed by global closures for PS3 and PS Vita next year. That means new content purchases will no longer be possible once the PlayStation Store closes on those devices. To ease the transition, players will be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future. Keep in mind, foreseeable future. It's going to be cut off one day. The games that you bought digitally for these platforms will be cut off one day. Did I bring any of my Vita games over here? I don't think I did. I've got games for the Vita, too. I've got Uncharted Golden Abyss, Persona 4 Golden, Nurse Love Syndrome was a game I got out of a random drawing, or a mystery box thing from Limited Run Games. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I've got games for the Vita as well. I think I just forgot to grab them. And PSP. I don't have PSP one in here to show you either. Anyway, as the PlayStation Store continues to evolve to support modern commerce systems, including the updated payment processing standards, PS3 and PS Vita are no longer able to support these updates at the level required. As a result, we will need to close PlayStation Store on these devices in the timeframes as follows. Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua, PlayStation Store and PS3 will close starting August 2026. That's right around the corner. I'm sorry for everybody living there. In addition to Latin American and Middle Eastern countries, PlayStation Store on PS3 will close starting late 2026. In all other countries, PlayStation Store on PS3 and PS Vita will close in July 2027. You know, this news may be disappointing to PS3 and PS Vita players who hold a special place in their hearts for this generation of gaming. PS3 and PS Vita represent an important era in our PlayStation history, so this was not an easy decision for us to make. Sure, it wasn't. As we continue to expand the PlayStation experience on newer devices that most of our users are playing on today, we need to focus more on resources delivering the best gaming experiences on these platforms as we look ahead toward the future. To our amazing players, we want to give our heartfelt thanks for your ongoing passion and support, which has helped inspire us to shape PlayStation into what it is today. We're excited for the future ahead as we continue to push the boundaries of play. We look forward to having you on this journey with us as we explore new game worlds and new adventures that have yet to come. Also, I'm sorry if there's like humming or buzzing sounds. I have to have my AC on blast to keep it somewhat cool in here. It is so hot in Tennessee today. Oh, you can't see it down here, but it is 94 degrees before heat index. It is very hot. So I'm sorry if I look especially sweaty. I'm both heated and angry, and I'm literally heated. But with all that out of the way, 95 degrees here. Yeah, it is toasty in America today. And at my job, my AC, we had to like it's not able to keep up. It's able to keep up if we keep the doors shut. But if the door gets like propped open for like, when shipments come in, deliveries, it can't counter it very well because heat comes flooding in. So I literally have a fan and a stand up little AC thingy over by my desk to keep me from getting too unbelievably hot in order to keep it in the 70s, not up in the 80s inside. So unbelievably hot. I hope uh your AC and everything is able to work over there. If not, I guess we'll suffer through this together. But that's going to be all for the news highlight for today. This is what really matters for me. Do you think this is also? No, I'm done. I'm not going to keep going. I've gotten heated enough. I've gotten heated enough. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AquaLeaderJesse, where all my videos are recorded first, but those will be uploaded here afterwards. Don't you worry. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.